Flying object, and UFO, photographed by an Australian television film crew shot out of an airplane window as they flew over New Zealand earlier this week. The pilot of the plane said he spotted it at about 20 miles, and then it began to turn with him as he changed course at 10 miles, and then it circled above and below the plane, making definite movements until it disappeared. Well, closer home, reports of UFO sightings have been sweeping Italy since shortly before Christmas. From Sicily in the south to Milan in the north, photographers have been snapping away at the skies to come up with pictures like these, objects that seem at least to defy normal explanation.
We are going to see more and more.
We've been able to explain them as hoaxes, as erroneously as meteorological or electronic phenomena, or as light aberration.
Years of UFOs.
UFO reports and rare witnesses films do not go to the police or scientists. For 22 years they are collected for Air Force investigation, always with the two aims described by Project Blue Book's first head.
First of all, to try to determine
In 1969, the files are closed. The Air Force conclusion, no threat and poor data. Now before seen in the West, this amateur footage purports to show a UFO over the parliament in Vilnius, capital of Lithuania. It hovers noiselessly, appearing to land. It moves unlike a normal helicopter or plane. At dawn the next morning, local militia video this nearby. Enhanced, the night visitor looks like this. Shows an alien craft taking evasive action from one of our missiles. The space battle has commenced. Watch again as the intergalactic invaders engage warp drive and alter course in the blink of an eye. Obviously, the force is not with us.
This sighting in Vancouver, British Columbia in 1981 among the examples. A metallic-looking disc photographed by a family on a picnic.
In the skies above Britain, a UFO appears from nowhere and flies alongside Concorde. It seemed intelligently controlled, but cameras can lie. The flights were filmed with a special. While filming a farming program, a TV crew suddenly noticed this object over the fields.
Well, first of all, we saw what appeared to be a very large vapor trail, much thicker than the normal vapor trails.
First of all, it was the vapor trail, which seemed to suddenly appear. The line in the sky before the vapor trail actually appeared was also visible, so it looked as though it must have passed overhead without us noticing it.
Never dared report UFOs, let alone release pictures like these.
They're so far superior to anything we have that we have no control over it, and I can't imagine anybody being willing to say that.
50 years later, there are numerous cases that simply cannot be explained away. Instead, these cases demand serious answers to the following questions. Flying discs, flying discs, flying discs, flying discs. They have been seen in the air or on the ground by some of the most unlikely places. These are the sightings that have become the spine for the body of evidence to help prove the phenomena really exists. They are the stories that remain a mystery. The current scientific research is not strong enough to convince them that the objects are produced here on Earth.
That does this kind of thing. This ain't nothing we're familiar with. This is something very strange.
Knows it, and our government has not wanted anyone to pay attention to it or to realize it.
When the owner reported that an unidentified object had hovered over her ranch the day before, the press linked the mutilation to UFOs.
Something that was round and glowing put down a beam of light. They've either seen the animal lifted up or they have seen the animal put down. As a journalist, as an investigative journalist,
not ruled out UFOs as a pet theory. The Arroyo Seco.
Given the lack of physical evidence at the scene, there's no man-made print, no animal print present.
Strange lights in the sky and unmarked helicopters are reported.
There's a data channel coming in there. Encrypted data transmission from a stealth fighter or a stealth fighter pinging radar. They use intermittent radar on those craft.
At 1 a.m. on a freezing morning, our night sight picked up an unidentified flying object closing fast.
Ooh, you see that? Whoa. Yeah, what was that? Did you see that light just come on over there? Doesn't look like landing lights. Yeah, he's coming at us. This white light here. This is something military. The chances are overhead 300 miles. It's not blinking, it's not conforming to any sort of FAA lighting regulations, and there you're looking at it. That is a UFO.
What was this unblinking light travelling at great speed towards northern New Mexico? Military or mystery?